Hello there guys, Obi-wan Kenobi here, back again with a lightsaber install. This one, a bit simpler today. I actually had a dear buddy of mine, a good friend I've known for a great many years. He wanted a repair on a lightsaber he had gotten many years ago. As you can see, a very SaberForge lightsaber. He bought this from SaberForge many years ago, and then he had it reinstalled by someone else at first. And then he ran into a problem where the battery wasn't charging. And normally that's, if the battery isn't charging, you just slap in a new battery. However, the battery that he had on that install it wasn't removable, right? It was kind of just a battery, a static battery that just sits in the chassis and you can't move it. So I decided to reinstall it just completely from the ground up, install it with a removable battery. And at first he wanted me to do a USB-C port, because there used to be a USB-C port here, but despite my best efforts, I couldn't quite get that to work. There was just not enough space in the hilt, despite how long it is. There's actually not a lot of room in the hilt, so I'd say I had about yay amount of space to work with, actually. Maybe a little more like this. Yeah, it was not a lot of room. In fact, the battery, a normal 18650 battery, wow, it's a mouthful sometimes, actually protrudes into the switch section a little bit, just because there just wasn't enough room in here. So unfortunately I couldn't quite get a USB-C port going, but now it's rocking a 2-button setup, which makes the lightsaber a lot easier to control. And I got a brand new chassis for you, so let's go ahead and show that off, because the saber is off right now and I need to hit the kill switch. So let's go ahead and open this up. And unlike most lightsabers I make these days, this is a sled chassis. Something I haven't done in a while. A sled chassis, for those who don't know, is a chassis that is like still connected to everything and is just connected through the wire. So in fact, why don't I just show you? So go ahead and just bring this out, twist it. When you want to take it out, by the way, I recommend twisting it counterclockwise, because the wires are kind of twisted in a way where they fit into the switch section very nicely. So when you put it back in, put it in clockwise, and when you're taking it out, take it out counterclockwise. So yeah, here comes the chassis. And what I mean by sled chassis, you can probably see those wires there are just protruding out of the saber, or sorry, out of the chassis there. But this is the chassis you have for today, my friend, and I feel like I did a pretty nice job with a paint job here. I actually, hopefully the camera's being nice and focusing. There we go. Actually tried something new with the paint job. I've never tried this before. I decided to do black with a bit of weathering on the silver. I knocked back the edges, in a sense. What I really did was painted the edges with silver, silver leaf, rubber muff to be specific, because I wanted to replicate like a black steel, almost kind of metal that was weathered. And for actual metal, what you do is you obviously go get some sandpaper, and then you knock back the edges with some sandpaper, and then it reveals the silver underneath. But since I'm working with plastic here and painting the chassis, I made the whole thing black with a bit of rub and buff, a mix of ebony and just a smidge of pewter for the black here, and then for the edges I knocked back with a bit of silver leaf. That was the rub and buff I used for that. So I think it turned out quite nicely. I'd love to use this style more often. I definitely would try to, use this paint job more often. I really, really like how it came out. But so your Proffie board sits there. That's the Proffie V3 you got. I had to replace that from the old install. The other Proffie that that was supplied with your past chassis, for some reason it was just not sending data through my computer. And I tried with a computer and a laptop as well, and it just wasn't sending data. I thought at first it might have been my computer's problem, but no, it turns out it was just the board itself. So had to replace the board there. That's there. Brand new board for you. And then the kill switch is here, so when you want to turn the saber, you can flip that. In fact, let's do that right now. You can hear the sound, and then this light will turn green, as it always had before. So you got to keep that. And then here's that battery that I have right now. This is also, another thing I forgot to mention to the viewers here, this is also not even a NeoPixel lightsaber. This is a classic baselit saber. I kept the old LED in there for you, and I didn't do anything with it. It's exactly how it was before, RGB LED in there. And it requires a what's it called? A recess plate. That's the word. So I don't have one of those right now, so I can't put a blade in it for this particular demo video. But since it's a baselit, it doesn't really matter. You'll see the lights shine in a second. So let's put this back in now that I'm done showing off the install here. Again, clockwise, turn it clockwise a little, then it'll go in nice. It is still a tight fit. Again, I didn't have a lot of room to work with, so it is still going to be tight to get into there. But you can definitely deal with a little bit of pressure, and then twist. There you go, just like that. And then, here we go. So yeah, you can see that LED firing up nice and bright. It works very well. I got a few sound fonts for you. I put in some sound fonts that I really like because I figured it'd be nice for you. I don't remember the old sound fonts you had on the... Oh, actually, no, I do remember the old sound fonts you had on your old install, and they were just like the base Proffie sound font. So I decided to put on some new ones for you. I thought that would be nice. So this is rocking a 2-button setup now, so this might be a little different for you. When you want to switch fonts, you'll want to click the... switch fonts. You'll want to click the bottom button here, the black one, while the saber is off. Yeah, just a quick tap, and then it goes off to the next one. Rogue. Yeah, Rogue sporting a nice blue there, and then I think I put on about maybe a dozen fonts or so. So there's a bunch of different fonts, and they're all different colors for you. And then, yeah, I can go through all of them. In fact, I think I'll go through one more, and then I'll stop there.
I am Bastille Sean.
So yeah, there's that. Oh yeah, so this is a 2-button setup. I should probably go over the controls a little more. I think I will send a document to you for that because there's a lot to go over when it comes to controlling a Proffie board. You probably know most of it because you handled this with a single button before. But for 2-button, it's a little different. I'll send you a document for that. But anyway, I hope you like the new install. I was overjoyed to have to do this for you. It was a lot of fun and also a little miserable at first because I tried my best to repair the old install rather than just do a fresh install. But again, I just couldn't make it work. So I had to do a fresh install here, and I think it turned out very nice. I think for my next lightsaber, I'll use that same paint job that I showed off today. I really like how that came out. So, oh yes, so one last time, turn off your saber, bring it out. There it goes. Counterclockwise. Hit the kill switch there. Bam. Clockwise. And then just screw it back in, just like that. Real simple. And just like that, you're good to go. So yeah, thank you again for watching, anyone who watched, and I hope you enjoy the saber, my good friend. It was an honor doing it for you. If you have any more sabers you want me to install for you, feel free to hit me up again. I love doing this. I love doing installs. And yeah, before I go on for too long, that'll be it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will catch you on the next one. Peace out.